Hey there, welcome back. Thanks for joining my channel. I greatly appreciate that. We are working towards the 105 guitar practice streams, and today makes day 86. So continue to lay those bricks. Eventually we'll get there. But thank you all so much for joining my journey. I always appreciate that. Always, also challenge you to, start your own challenge, start your own journey, whether it's picking up the guitar, doing something on YouTube, reading a book, not on the internet at all, whatever it might be, woodworking, whatever it is. I challenge you to, pick something else, pick something up, challenge yourself, and, see how you feel at the end of your challenge. I guarantee you'll feel better about yourself. So I'm always here to motivate and inspire as well. So if you're into music, things like that, hit the subscribe button, and I'd appreciate your subscription. It makes it easier to find my content in the future, so that way you can keep coming back and, checking in on me, seeing how things are. So as you can tell by the thumbnail today, we'll be getting into some, hammer-ons, pull-offs, sliding around, pentatonic scales. So quite a few different things today. And I'm going to try to do most of it, or all of it really today, while finger picking. So kind of working on quite a few techniques here. So need to really hop on in and, let's just get to it. Let's learn some tips, learn some practice exercises, and let's just see how much we can improve by the end of this challenge, right? So let's go ahead and hop on in. Before I get into, the hammer-ons and pull-offs and things, let me just kind of warm up my fingers just for a minute and play you a couple little finger-picking songs that I know. Trying to get smoother with it. So, need some repetition. I've already tuned the guitar. We're good to go with this little electronic tuner back here. So, I already got that taken care of. So, let's go ahead and hop on into some finger-picking songs. I'm using my thumb and my middle finger because I'm on the 6th string and the 3rd string. Get to the 9th fret. All right. Kind of switched up maybe the speed just a little bit here or there, but yeah, that's that, right? I need to train my ear and listen to that song, repeatedly to make sure I got the right tempo, the right speed there. So, but if you could kind of hear what that was, if you think let me know down in the comment section what you think that song is. Here, I'm going to bounce over into another kind of jingle song. I know it's pretty much the same repetitive thing throughout, but I use my thumb, my index, and my middle. All right. Couple slips ups here and there, but hey, that's expected, right? We're only 86 days in, so not going to be shredding, not going to be killing it, but getting comfortable, bonding with it, trying to, get a couple scales under our belt, get a couple, chords under our belt. Just trying to add some things to our tool belt so that way when we come to play songs or mimic other artists, art, kind of understand how to do some things, how to move around the guitar a little bit, and it doesn't feel so foreign, so uncomfortable to us. So that's all we're working on here. But that was a couple of finger picking songs I know. Again, if you know what those songs are, you think you might know, please let me know in the comments what you might think. I'd love to see what people think. And then, so now let's get into, now that the fingers are a little bit more warmed up, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we'll be getting into some hammer-ons and pull-offs and things like that. So let's kind of switch gears and hop on into that. So with some hammer-ons, let's go ahead and just, again, we're doing a lot of this with finger picking as well. So let's just kind of start with some 1, 2, just that way I can practice my hammer-on with my middle finger. Pull off. Okay, next string. Now we got to use our ring finger for the finger picking rather than our pinky. Remember, pinky is responsible for string 1, ring finger is responsible for string 2, middle finger is responsible for string 3, index finger is responsible for string 4, and 5 and 6, thumb is responsible for those strings. That's just a general rule of thumb, obviously, and for certain scenarios, certain songs, you'll break those rules, as all rules are meant to be broken. But let's start over here on the second string, using our ring finger now. Third string means we have to use our middle finger. Now pull-offs. Okay, so that's some hammer-on and some pull-offs. Just working with the first and the second finger. Now let's kind of go back to the first string with our pinky. And now we'll do, with our left hand, a 1, 3 fingers. 1 and 3. So the index finger and the ring finger this time for hammer-ons and pull-offs. Just trying to get some fundamentals down, right? Pull-offs. And remember, with pull-offs, you don't pull the finger, perpendicular directly off of the string, right? You kind of pull it at an angle a little bit and kind of flick that string just ever so slightly when you're doing a pull-off. So don't pull it straight off. Pull it at an angle and kind of flick that string just a little bit. Okay, now the third string, middle finger doing the finger picking. Pull-offs. Okay, now the fourth string, so we got to use our index finger for the finger picking. Full fifth string now, using the thumb. All right, so there's some hammer-ons and some pull-offs with the 1-3 finger combo. Now let's do the 1-4 finger combination. All right, so let's go back to the first string. We're going to use our pinky, since that's the finger responsible for the first string. Trying to get that pinky accurate. Okay, second string. All right. So that's hammer-ons and pull-offs with the 1-4 finger combination on the left hand, using your index and your pinky. So that way we can get that accuracy and that understanding with that pinky, right? It's the hardest one to get trained, so we just got to make sure we get that repetition in with it, and it'll eventually be trained just like everything else. So that's just some fundamentals with the hammer-ons and pull-offs. And now let's try to kind of switch gears just a little bit and play around with some slides, some slide walks. So the way I kind of like to practice this sliding, I guess, is to just go to like the 7th fret, 5th fret, 9th fret, wherever you really want. But I like to probably start on the 7th maybe today. And again, we're doing finger picking with our right hand. But basically what we're going to do is start on the 7th, then slide a fret, and go home. And slide a fret the other way, and go home. And then go to the 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, and 1st string, sliding 1 fret, sliding 2 frets, maybe sliding 3 frets, maybe sliding 4 frets. But just, again, trying to get comfortable, understand what does it feel like to only slide 1 fret? What does it feel like if you have to slide 4 frets, So just, again, trying to get that understanding, trying to get comfortable with it. So that way when it comes time to play songs, it's not the very first time I've ever tried to do a slide, and all of a sudden I'm trying to slide and I'm falling off the string and going from the 5th string down to the 3rd string because I just don't understand that sliding just yet. I'm not comfortable with it, so I'm actually sliding off the string and stuff, right? So we just want to build in some repetition and get comfortable with the thing. So before I do that, let me just get a sip of this warm tea here. It's got chamomile, honey, elderberry, and dandelion root, I believe, in it. So a couple different things to hopefully try to heal my throat. Still recovering. So it's getting better for sure. I started off, like big golf ball in my throat, probably down to like a marble or something like that. So just trying to fully recover. But still, just because I'm sick a little bit doesn't mean I can't get on here and record, right? That's the key. That's the key to discipline, There's days that you don't want to pick up the guitar. There's days that you don't want to walk into the gym or the dojo or even into work, right? But we do it because we're disciplined. There's something to be gained. With going to work, you might get fired and you might not be able to pay your bills and put food on the table for your kids or clothes on their backs for school or what have you. But, with the guitar, sure, if I don't pick this up, it's not like I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. But if I continue to pick this up, maybe eventually one day I could, have this as a real side income or something like that to make a little bit of money here or there. So, be disciplined, keep coming back, and keep putting in that time. So that way you can become great at whatever it is you're passionate about. It might not be guitar. It might be, something completely different. Like I said earlier, it might be like woodworking, or it might be swimming, or it might be, whatever it is, reading. Maybe you think that you're a slow reader. Well, maybe if you continue reading, and actually put in the time, you'll become a better reader, right? That's the key to anything. So anyways, let's go ahead and change gears and do some sliding. So I'm going to put my index finger on the 7th fret, 6th string, which is a B note, using finger picking on the right hand, sliding 1 fret, Other way. Next finger. Okay, now it's all 4 fingers have been done now with sliding 1 fret. So maybe we can do it all again with each finger trying to slide 2 frets now. So we'll go from 7 to 9, 7 to 5. Okay. Now to the pinky. Still not quite accurate. You can tell a couple times, slide a little bit over, slide a little short, But hey, that's why we're repping these things out, right? It takes a lot of repetition. You do something once or twice, doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it months and months and months later, right? You got to rep it out many times so that way when you do it months later, you can still do it. Everything just takes repetition. There is no secret. It really isn't. So real quick, before I transition into the next thing, I'd like to just go ahead and say that all of this stuff that I'm talking about can be found in the pinned comment section below. right? A lot of things that I'm doing in this 100-day challenge is straight live, raw recordings. There's no edits, there's no graphics, there's no cool pop-ups and words across the screen and things like that. It's straight raw footage, just so that way I could hold myself accountable for learning this guitar, kind of learn the YouTube platform a little bit, understand thumbnails, understand different ways of posting to the platform and things like that. So since it's all raw recording, check out the pinned comment below, because that's where I leave all my notes for today's session, whatever the topic of conversation might be. Those notes are down there, so be sure to check that out. And then also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would greatly appreciate that. It would be a blessing to see the subscribers going up. So if you could please just do me a favor and hit that subscribe button if you're into music, if you're into learning guitar, or if you go to my channel and you actually see my banner, kind of have a little bit of foreshadowing of what's to come. I'm working on some editing softwares as well, trying to work on some graphic design and things like that, and I plan on posting some other videos in the future. So make sure you subscribe, so that way it's easier to find my content in the future. Also, if you could leave a comment of your own down below, hang out in the comment section, after this video, I would greatly appreciate that. Whether it's constructive criticism, if you got some feedback on, how to do a better thumbnail, or how to make the lighting in here better, or, what to do with my fingers. Maybe you are really good at hammer-ons or pull-offs yourself already. Maybe giving me some advice on that. That would be awesome. So please leave your comment of your own. I'm sure to read them all, and I'm sure to respond. So looking forward to seeing some comments down below. And also smash that like button for your friend. Hey, all the time and energy and effort that goes into these, whether I'm putting out great content just at this point or not, hey, I'm trying, I'm growing, and eventually, the content will get better. You can tell even just in my guitar challenge here. You can tell if you look at video 1 versus the thumbnail and things like that, and the title and things like that, how I'm playing, the lights, stuff like that. The stuff that you see in the room and in the camera frame, has kind of changed throughout these 100 days. So I'd appreciate some feedback on it. Let me know how I can improve. I only have my perspective, so hearing things from other people would be greatly appreciated. So smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, share my videos to others that are also trying to learn the guitar. That would be a blessing. Thank you so much in advance. I greatly appreciate that. But let's transition and get back into the real reason that we're here, and that's playing the guitar. So let's go ahead and continue on with the slides. I think I just got done with sliding 2. Let's go sliding 3, right? So 6th string, index finger, right hand using the thumb on the 6th string and the 5th string. Let's try to slide 3 frets away. Constantly yawning. All right, let's see. Okay, now let's do the middle finger. Okay, ring finger, sliding 3 frets. Okay, And now let's do the pinky, sliding 3 frets away. Ugh. My knuckle always needs to crack, so it feels funky. My pinky knuckle, sorry. There we go. Okay. So that's sliding with all 4 of these fingers in 1 fret, 2 frets, and 3 frets. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can slide 4 frets with each finger. And then, lastly, we'll transition into another topic of conversation. So, all right, 6th string, 7th fret, index finger with our right hand, thumb for strings 5 and 6, index for string 4, middle for string 3, ring for string 2, and pinky for string 1. That's the general rule of thumb. So, okay. Also, you'll notice this pinky here, I kind of rest it on the low E string rather than just kind of having my hand out and not really do anything, kind of floating in thin air. I like to kind of wrap this around and bring it and just kind of kiss it up against, not plucking anything or fretting anything or pushing down or pulling. They're just kind of there just for reference, right? If I have it way out here, well, now when it comes time to use my middle finger or ring finger, I don't know where I need to go. But if I'm already here with my pinky, I know that my ring finger, my middle finger, my index finger, they're kind of already in the general area. So I kind of like to anchor this pinky down here on this high E string, just for reference. All right, let's try sliding 4 frets away. Sliding 4 frets. Okay, pinky now, sliding 4 frets. Okay. Now that's sliding 4 frets with each finger and while finger picking. So again, learning a lot of different random techniques. Or not really learning them. I kind of learned them in some previous videos. So if you haven't checked those out, make sure you check those out for more, in-depth discussion on just hammer-ons and pull-offs or just sliding and things like that. This one we're kind of doing a lot. So, but I've already kind of learned it, a couple days ago, a couple hours ago. I'm just trying to build in that repetition, right? Just because I've learned it doesn't mean I know how to do it, perfectly. So I got to build in hundreds and thousands of repetitions before it actually, gets good enough to where I'll actually be brave enough to play in front of other people. Right now I'm brave enough to play in front of the internet, but still kind of shy to play in front of friends and family and things like that. So it's interesting, but with holding myself accountable, I'll eventually, get better and better and better, just as these, 86 days have proved. So we're just going to keep on laying those bricks until we get to day 100. And then I'll be super proud that I've completed this challenge for myself. But now we're going to go ahead and switch gears a little bit. We're going to hop over into the sliding we just did, the pentatonic scale, right? So we did hammer-ons and pull-offs. We did some sliding around. So let's just play around in the pentatonic scales, but again, with finger picking. So. Okay. Just playing around in the pentatonic shape, pentatonic scale, just working on everything that we've been practicing today. I'm staying within the pentatonic scale and working on hammer-ons and pull-offs. I'm staying within the pentatonic scale and trying to goof around and play around with some sliding. I'm trying to stay within the pentatonic scale and work with my right hand on finger picking. So just trying to mesh everything together, right? Eventually, hopefully, it'll one day sound like actual music and not just gibberish. Cheers, everybody. It's just sipping some hot tea here to continue getting over my little sickness that I have. All generated from running outside. Thought I needed to get some cardio in. I'm big into my weights and my yoga and stretching and things like that, but kind of been lacking on not even really my cardio. I do the stair climber, I do the elliptical, I ride the bike and stuff, but wasn't really running a lot. So I was like, let me get back into some running. Just, earlier or a couple of days ago or a week or so ago, whenever, didn't realize that the Canadian wildfires were also going on. So I was just sucking in wind, right, as I was getting tired. And really, I was sucking in a lot of fumes and smoke and things like that. And I've kind of, damaged my my throat here a little bit. So still trying to overcome that. And just sending, all my prayers up north to our Canadian neighbors and our friends up there, as well as, our own, northern part of the country and the eastern part of the country. That's where the winds are kind of blowing all of this stuff. So actually, you can see right here, I guess the fires are kind of up here in this area in Canada. So they're blowing down and kind of blowing through the Midwest and the East and things like that. So prayers going up to our friends up there. Hopefully, I'm sure there's probably been some fatalities, with human life. Maybe, I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of news. It's a lot very depressing and negative oftentimes rather than uplifting and inspiring. So I don't spend a whole lot of time watching news, but unfortunately, I'm sure that there probably is some casualties. I know for a fact there just has to be, casualties in terms of nature, in terms of trees, in terms of, plants and wildlife and birds and, just the animals that probably, used to run around these acres of land in Canada. I hope not, but I'm sure there's probably been some casualties there. So my condolences, and I hope all of that gets situated as soon as possible. So that way the Canadians can, return to a normal standard of life, and, all this debris isn't blowing everywhere, affecting, thousands and thousands and millions of people, as well as, animals, nature, and wildlife as well. So hopefully all that gets situated soon. Again, we're just playing within the pentatonic scale, working on lots of things: finger picking, hammer-ons, pull-offs, and sliding. Let's go. All right, that's going to be a wrap on today's hour practice session. It's a lot of techniques that we're bouncing around from during the session, but yeah, a lot to improve on, right? We're only 86 days in, so of course not going to be shredding and killing it, just continuing to, build our arsenal, build our tool belt, with different things, trying to learn some scales, major and minor scales, trying to learn the pentatonic scale, trying to learn major and minor chords, trying to learn caged chords, trying to learn hammer-ons and pull-offs, and all these different things just to be good, be decent, have some tools in our tool belt at the end of the 100 days, and then we'll keep going from there, right? Just trying to get some fundamentals under our belt. So thank you all so much for your time today. We are 86 days in, and yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you're subscribed, so that way it's easier to find my content in the future. Make sure you comment below, that way it has a community of like minds speaking. Also, go ahead and smash that like button just to help your friend out. Might as well, right? So last but not least, I think there's some videos floating on the screen now. You could click on those. Here's my 100-day catalog, and here's the subsequent video in the series. So please check those out as well to continue supporting your friend and supporting the channel. And until next time, just remember to take care of yourself, because when you take care of yourself, it makes it easier to take care of everybody around you. So anyways, just wanted to say that. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I love you. Peace out, and I will be waiting for you in the next video. Thank you all so much for your time and energy today. I appreciate it.